You're talking my language.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I finally got to shut up after a year and a half.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy middle of the week. Let's just take a moment just sink into our bodies and feel into our bodies, because I know a lot of you have literally just opened your eyes. So just take a moment just to feel into our bodies, just maybe just relaxing a little, but not too much that we go back to sleep. But just relaxing into our bodies, just sinking into our bodies and just feeling where we are. Um, Today I'm going to work in with water, the element water, because on Sunday I did this most amazing healing day and we worked with every single element. So I'm grateful for that, learning about each element and how they feel and how we can bring them into us. So today it's inspired by that healing day, and I just wanted to bring one of the elements in. And today I feel like water is the perfect element for us for this perfect day, just to bring in some of that water energy. So saying that, just go with it today. Have no expectations. If you can't see visuals, then just feel. If you're a feeler, then just feel that energy. If you're a visual and a feeler, that's amazing. So you can visually see, you can feel that energy. And that's how we're going to work today. So if you have trouble visualizing where we are going to go, that's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. However it turns out today is exactly the way it's supposed to be. And just feel into this energy. So I'd just like to invite in the energy of water into this session today, into this beautiful meditation, for us to feel energy of water, for us to visualize water, for us to just feel it moving within inside us. Because remember, most of our body is made up of water. That water is all around us. There is water in the air, the clouds are made out of water. So not only is it within us, but it's all around us as well. It's within the trees, it's within the plants, it's within the ground. We drink water, we hydrate ourselves. So really and truly, we can't get away from water. So that energy of water is always within us and around us. So let's just take a moment just to relax back, start to focus on our breath, slowing us down a bit. So if we just take a deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouth. We'll take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Breath in, deep breath out. And just reminding ourselves as well that even just drinking a glass of water can ground us. That's another form, another way for us to ground ourselves. Just in a glass of water and just drinking. And that way to ground you as well. Just start to connect to your heart space. You need to put your hand on your heart space, put your left hand in your heart space, and your right hand on top, just so that we can focus on our heart, so that we can connect to our heart, so we can feel our heart. breath moving up and down, feeling that in our heart space, feeling our hands in our heart space, slow down, we feel what our heart feeling, moving up and down, automatically our body focusing on your breath, feeling moving up and down, starting to maybe feel the heat of our hands, just filling our heart space up with our love, feeling focusing, breath moving up and down on our breath, feeling our taking note, yes, our body will feel more relaxed, feel that love coming from us, filling up our hands, feeling it moving through our hands, up through our arms, up through our neck, our throat, through our head, through our family, moving down our spine, moving down our legs, soles of our feet, feeling that gentleness, feeling relaxed, feeling calm as this love and energy fills up our body. Mindful, just restore that energy, feel that love, filling up our body around us. Take a moment just to feel, see how your body feels, fills up with love, take a deep breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, and breathe in and breathe out. Just feel relaxed and visualize, just attention in your mind that you are in the middle of this beautiful garden where there's beautiful flowers, whatever flowers you visualize. Maybe there's pink flowers, purple, yellow, red, blue. What can you imagine in your mind? What is in the garden? It feels like a garden. Let's start to walk through the flowers. There's flowers all around you. This most amazing, beautiful flowers. Can't visualize them, feel them. Then feel the flowers that are around you. See if you can smell. Breathe it in. Breathe in. And just some flowers that are around you. Imagine colors. See if you can visualize colors all around you. Can you feel the colors that are around you? Just start to walk through the flowers. Now it's the most amazing smell. It's now just light, pleasant smell, not too strong. And then she feels this beautiful, overflowing water, like mountain. Just so near that water, however you feel, whether it's waterfall, whether it's a fountain, whether it's um, riverside, however you see the water or however you feel the water, you may just feel the energy. Yes, slowly go near the water, whether you just stand underneath the water and feel that water running down your head, down your face, down your body. Don't worry, slow, it's fine. It feels cool, it feels refreshing. Just feel it running down. Or if you see a fountain, pour that water in your hand. Feel this, pour that water over the top of your head. Just feeling the water into the crown, moving all the way through your head. Feeling cool sensation of water. Feel it sprinkling over your face, that fresh, cool sensation of that water just brushing against the face. Feeling it running down your throat. Feel it running down through your heart space. Feel it running down the spine, the shoulders. Just drop that water into your arms. Let it soak into your arms, into your hands. Feeling that vibration from that water. Full tingling sensation of the water touches your skin. Feel the vibration. The water has the vibration, has an energy, like we do. We have an energy, our energy, everything, energy, water, energy. Feel that water surrounding your body, feeling when you touch the skin, refreshing feeling, tingling sensation, refreshing feeling. Imagine, when you go into a shower or wash your face with water, you know how that feels. Imagine that right now. Imagine the water in your face, that refreshing feeling, moving sensation in your face. How does it feel when the water touches you? Feel and breathe. And feel vibration. Feel feeling good. How does your body feel? Feeling that, feeling the sensation. Feel it running down your system, running down your legs, running down to the soles of your feet. Feeling that sensation, feeling that energy from the water, feeling that refreshing. Feel it on your face, feel that sensation. Feel when it reaches your face. feeling. With what do you feel hydrated? How do you feel when you drink your tongue and it runs down your throat and you can all the way down to your tongue? You take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We're going to take a moment. You're going to ask energy that was through. I'm going to ask if there's any messages today. We call in our beautiful guide of the highest vibration for our highest and greatest good and this beautiful energy of water. Is there any messages that we'd like to say? What's really need to understand our highest and greatest? Take a moment to listen, to for into the energy of water today. I invite you morning or whatever time it is when I do listen to this, to go get a glass of water and slowly drink that glass of water. Savor, see how it feels running down your throat, moving down into your focus on that water today, feeling that energy that moving within inside you, feeling that vibration, see how that feels today, focusing on this, focusing on just taking that cup of water and just down in it, and invite you to just focus, just pausing for a moment and slowly taking it. See how it feels. See how that energy feels when you focus on that energy moving inside you. And take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. When you feel ready, just stretch if you need to stretch. You move your fingers, move your head from side to side, and just come back when you feel ready.
Thank you, Caroline.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, I love that. Waves were like, you're like, when you said, imagine the water just washing your face and stuff. I was like laying there at a beach bottom and the water was just going over me, like cleansing over me. And I loved every minute of that. Like, you know how sand gets all nasty and stuff. And I was just laying there like, yes, Mother Earth, just cleanse me. and it was the most it was just really amazing. I loved it. I loved it, loved it, loved it. I was getting cleansed, and that's what I've been asking for, and I feel like that's what my guides and stuff are doing this morning is like, because it's been raining, and every time it rains, the girls and I will go out there and mother just cleanse us from all the negativity, and like they love it. I didn't realize how much kids love playing in rain until it started raining, and I went out there, and they're looking at me like, what is mom doing? Like my hands were in the air, and I'm just like, yes, mother, just cleanse it. And then they just seen me, and dad was standing there like, okay, let her do her thing, and the kids just come next to me and just start running around with their hands in the air like, yes. Cleanse us
Oh,
too. And it was awesome. And I don't know. That's where it brought me to today. Like I was just laying there on a beach bed with it just cleansing, and you're just like, just feel it. And I'm like, I feel it. This feels amazing. So thank you,
I
Caroline. That was awesome.
I love that, Mom. And it's true, like your children, we show them. Like I hated rain, and I used to think rain was, man, I used to say that I would get sick in the rain. Every time I would get caught in the rain and I would get wet, I would get a cold. I would get like, and sometimes it turned into pneumonia. Like it was insane. And
Yeah.
with healing, I'm like, no, I love it. So every time it rains, I love it. Because Luna's like, if we have to walk somewhere and we're like, don't have umbrellas and we're stuck in the rain, Luna's like, yay, we get to cleanse. So instead
Oh,
of her
I love
perception being
that.
like, ah, it's raining, she's like, yes, it's raining. We get to cleanse. You know what I mean? So
gosh.
I love that your kids are doing that too. That's freaking awesome.
That's amazing. I just remembered, like, that's another way of grounding as well. Drink a glass of water. It'll ground you. Do you know what I mean? That's something real simple. And also disconnecting from people. Go run your hands under cold water.
Yeah,
It'll disconnect you.
if you have a pendulum, douse the water too before you drink it. I love
Yeah.
dousing my
Yeah.
water. I love doing it. I don't do it as often as I should, but
Infuse your water with Reiki as well. You know, like you're drinking love.
it's crazy because when you had us put the hand over the heart, I actually started doing Reiki on my mom. They were like, do Reiki on your mom right now. So I don't know what's going on, but I was just with her like a couple days ago. And then my cousin came through. My uncle that just died, his son is not doing well. And it's so crazy. Like spirits are starting to also make their presence known more around me because I said, okay, I'm going to stop being scared because I see them, I hear them. So the other night I was laying in my bed. It was like 3 a.m. and a water bottle next to my bed started doing this. Let's just say I scooched in really close to Todd. I was like,
oh,
okay. I was like, I don't know why. Yeah, but I don't know why I wanted to bring that up, but family, a lot of stuff.
Dang. They probably wanted you to drink it before bed. They're like, drink it, Kim.
It was like 3 in the morning.
Oh,
30 in the morning. Yeah.
I would have scooted next over to Todd too. Like,
I
bye.
just happened to wake up and it was like,
I don't mean to laugh because I've been woken up by the scary things like that, but and I just go right under the covers like a kid. I feel like a kid. If I hear something and I know there's something in the house, like I hear the guy go up the steps all the time. I know it's him. I tell him hello. I tell him how much I love his house all the time. Like, thank you for all the stuff in the garden too. Like, I know you work so hard in it. I'll show you guys one day. This old man was 107 years old. Yes,
what?
107. You want to know what his secret was? His daughter said he ate from his own garden.
Oh my
Yeah. She said
gosh.
he was out there on his hands and knees until he couldn't no more. And when I go out and when I out, there's like 4 rose bushes. There's like 5 garlic patches. There's everything under the sun that you would need to make your own like veggies, food, like natural things. It's so,
God.
yeah.
have you been
I
updating
was
the
like,
garden?
You're going to
yes.
carry on with that then.
Yes, yes, yes. And that's what she was like his daughter was asking me when she moved in because she dropped off like a garage opener that she had. And she was like, how do you love this house? And I was like, oh my God, I love it. She was like, my dad worked in this garden until he was 107 years old.
Oh
And
my gosh.
and everything that is here, he worked on before he passed, and it was like winter time when he did pass, so he was able to do it before the winter came, she said. And that's like was his main, that she said, that kept him alive for this long. Like after his wife passed, everything, she started it, he started it. He even got like, you know, the big cement square rocks, like he made a huge cement rock wall that like goes over under a bush arch that he made. And I'm just like, holy cow, this is the craziest thing. And then you walk under it and you go to your right and you see all these, they're plants and stuff. And I looked them up, and like they're things that you can like, herbs that you grind up, you put in a tea. It's good for blood, it's good for
No,
diabetes,
I
it's good
bet
for
you he
your
has
heart.
calendula. I don't know why I just heard calendula, but I bet you
Ooh.
he has that. Try making a tea with that.
What is it called, Kim?
Calendula, Calendula.
Calendula.
Calendula. I don't know, it just popped in my head. They were like, calendula. I'm like, okay.
Wow, maybe this is what I'm saying, like this. And I didn't know any of these things, and still I started, you know, looking into it, and I'm just like, whoa, I can actually, I don't have to go to the store and buy parsley and things like that. Like it's in my garden, it's in our
Oh
garden.
my
So
That's my
gosh.
goals. I was so scared
yeah.
of my lavender plant, and then come to find out lavender plants don't live that long. I had a huge lavender bush. My spells were, oh my, I loved growing my own lavender, my own roses for my own spells. Like it like makes me giddy. So if I could get to a point where I have my own rosemary and basil and like you
Oh,
have,
I love
like,
that. That's
oh,
what he has. And I was telling Caroline the other day, I'm like, I think I'm gonna make my own serum with castor oil, with the rosebuds, with the rice water. That I have everything to make like the stuff I see on TikTok, like, oh, do you want to make your own, you know, for hair growth and skin and eczema
Yeah.
and things like that. That's why I told you.
ooh,
Yeah, and
maybe
that's why
you're
I
an
was like,
herb witch. You're
yes,
fine. Listen, you
yes.
didn't get that house by accident. Nothing is for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I was telling Caroline, I was like, you know, I am very into my real estate stuff like that, but I don't
But
like it.
listen, if that real estate thing, if all it did was boost your ego to let you
Yes,
Yeah.
know one that you could fucking do it,
Yeah.
okay.
that's literally what Caroline, she's like, maybe it was just a test to see if you can do it, if you had the
Yes,
diligence to do it. And I
yes.
sit here and think about all the time, like, maybe that's right. Like, because I went through that. Like, it was
Yeah.
my job. And then I got done with it, and I was just like, do I even really want to do this?
And you passed it on the first try.
Exactly. That's what I was like, what if this is my sign? This is my thing. But then I'm like, no, guys, I know there's more. And I started seeing all the videos of the castor oil, the rosebuds, the, like you said, the rosemary, the basil, all that in my garden. And I'm just sitting here like, I love things like that. Like, I love, you know, natural things and shampoos and stuff like
Mhm.
that with no dyes and blah, blah, blah. And I want to do that. I
Do
want to
it.
make it. I want,
Do
like, my
it.
kids are going to be gone. I think that is really what it is. And then,
And you know I'll start promoting it. Yes, start doing
yes,
that. I'm telling
like,
you,
Yeah.
that
oh
last
man.
spell when I was on Zoom with you guys and I was buying all that stuff, and the lady at the grocery store was like, "Oh, what are you making?" I was like, "Nothing. I'm doing a spell. The fuck? You know, I'm cooking with this shit." Like, it'd be nice to like
Yeah,
have
that's
all
what
those
they
herbs.
think.
Like,
It's
I
like you're
literally,
cooking with it.
yeah, I just bought all these herbs and they had nothing to do with cooking. So if I could like grow my own herbs like that, that would be
I'm
awesome.
gonna show you my
Yes, I was
roses.
gonna say show us. I was gonna tell you to make a video walking through.
Oh, I don't know what is, oh, it says blur. How do I unblur it?
Oh, I don't know.
How do I do this, guys?
Girl, you're asking me? I have no idea. Oh, look at those
Yeah.
roses.
Wow.
And these are all of them. These ones were just up, but this one's coming up here. Yes. And they say just to take the buds, the leaves, and all that, dry them out. Even these, dry them
Yes,
out
I was
and
just
stuff
gonna
like.
say, send me some of those. Oh my
Oh,
God.
I sure will. I
My rose
sure
bushes,
will.
I get like one at a time, two at a time. I fucking
Yeah.
always
And
getting,
he was like, because Cody's like, what are you gonna do? Why do you keep staring at the roses? And I'm like, because they said that I need to get them before the first uh ice thing. and just harvest all of it. And that's literally what I'm going to do, is harvest everything in my backyard down to the he has dill, a bunch of it. And I guess that's like the best thing for like blood clots. Mm-hmm.
Girl,
And all
that's
you do is just put it in a tea and you drink it. They say you drink it just twice a day with different things. And I'm just gonna make a bunch of them because it's just, I really think that's what that's it. Like
yeah.
it takes a lot of patience. I was like telling Cody, I was talking about, I'm like, it takes just a lot of patience. And I feel like I have that patience to be able to do that. And I'll make sure that it's perfect before I'm like, oh, here, try this. This is so great for
Yeah.
you. Like, this is the best thing. No, I will try it before anybody. Like, I'll make sure that it's good. Like, I'll measure,
Yeah.
blah, blah, whatever. I have 3 daughters I can use it on. My mom even said she'll use it for like the skin and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. But also, you know that if you want to make your own tea, I haven't seen it, but apparently, you know, you can get empty tea bags. You know, you can get them and you
Oh,
can fill them. You can
Yeah.
fill them with your stuff. So
oh,
The girl from the
Caroline.
Yoni's
yeah,
team gave me some. She
Let me
yeah,
makes she makes her own tea, and she gave me these
yeah,
paper
yeah,
tea bags that were
exactly.
empty, and I just fill them with the tea that
Yeah,
she gave me.
Oh,
yeah,
nice, nice,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, so you can use
Okay.
those tabs. You have it in that. So, because you know, sometimes you know when you have those things where you have the strainer and you put it through, and then the bits get
Mm-hmm.
all in your thing, and then it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not that nice for your mouth because you have those bits in your mouth. Well, if you have
Right.
that bag, like a tea bag, which you put them in, and then that means you'd be able to make your own teas and you'd be able to sell them as well.
Oh, that is so good. I'm gonna show you guys.
Like you can,
This is
you
what I
can.
call my
Okay, so
magic sauce.
this is what I see for you now as well. I see that you can cater them for
This
people.
is
Yeah,
natural medicine. I do not give my kids like Motrin, Tylenol, things like that anymore until once I found this recipe. It is turmeric, star anise, bay leaf, citrus, lemon, and the orange just like cut up and thrown in a
Send
pot.
me that recipe. I'm gonna make some for the
And
kids.
turmeric, and I boiled it for 45 minutes, strained it, put it in the thing, and this has lasted me about 2 months. And every
and do you keep
time,
that in the fridge?
oh yes, you keep it in the fridge, and then
Right.
every time the kids like Marley's had allergies or whatever the last couple days, 2 days of this, boom.
Send me that. That's Liam.
I
Yes, please.
swear to God, I will. And I'm just, everybody looks at me like I'm crazy. And I'm just
No,
like,
send
I
me that.
promise you, I would not be saying this if I didn't have 5 guinea pigs that I tested it on. And I say that, I laugh because it's true. I use 5 of them. They're my kids.
Last Saturday,
Laugh out loud.
I didn't even think to take any Tylenol or medicine. We had Aleve. And then Sunday, Todd was like, oh my God, why don't you take some Aleve? And I go, I haven't taken medicine in so long. I don't think, oh my, I have a headache. Let me take Tylenol. I have a headache. I'm like, let me just Reiki this shit out. Anytime I have an ache or a sore, I'm like, okay, let me just sit with this. Let me just Reiki it out. I don't run to like medicine like I used to. You know what I mean? So Saturday when I hit my knee, I literally I took nothing. I just
Mhm.
sat there, waited I just iced it and like, finally it was so inflamed. I had to take something on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's why I sent you the castor oil and the cayenne pepper. They said that's the natural pain reliever.
And I didn't fucking do any of that. And that's why I was like,
Mhm.
yeah.
The naturalist pain reliever. I've been putting, it's so great for eczema skin and like rashes and inflammation and things like that. They said that you just,
Send us that
yes, you just,
recipe for
Yeah.
that drink you made. Please put it in
yeah,
the thing. I'm gonna make it.
that, oh my God. And I see this is another guinea pig I tried on because I'm like, let me see, because maybe I'm tripping.
No, but send
my
it to us.
my cousin came here. He's probably like 7. He was like throwing up and stuff, and his mom's like, I gave him the anti-throw up medicine and Motrin and Tylenol and stuff. I said, let me give you something. And I gave him a scoop and he goes, thank you so much. And then 5 minutes later, he threw up. He threw all of it up. It brought out all the gunk and the mucus. And 10 minutes after that, he was running around like nothing happened to him. It was the most craziest thing. And I'm like, wait, because my aunt was like, he's been like this for a few days. Like, I don't know what's wrong with him. The doctors keep giving me the stuff or whatever, and it's not working. And I said, I have something. And it actually worked. Like it just took out all the mucus, all the bad stuff that's in his stomach, and literally cleaned him out. It was I couldn't have even believed it I didn't see it. It was crazy.
Did you use any ingredients from the guy's garden for that tincture?
Everything.
What was his ethnicity? Do you know?
I believe he was a German man, German and Italian man. His wife was Italian. I believe he was like a German
That
Russian.
seemed more Mediterranean. I didn't see that.
Oh,
Anyway,
maybe. I don't know.
he's like
His
super fucking
name was like
happy.
Barbenchak.
Yeah, but he's like ecstatic.
Is he? I'm
Yeah,
so glad because I feel like the first sign of this guy, because I didn't know why, like, I found his holy water. Like, that's the first thing I found in the house, and I still have it. It's underneath the sink because I don't want anything to happen to it. But I'm
do you
like
know
you
what
said,
he
there's
looked
a
like?
reason why we came into this house.
Yeah.
There's a reason
Absolutely.
why everything. And then I've just started getting into all of this like natural herbs and stuff. And I really wanted to share it, but I didn't want to share it with anybody until I was like it perfectionize it. But like I'm hearing it's like it's not perfect, mom. It's like literally
Right.
I
natural.
knew you
It's
were up to something witchy. I was like, she's not doing her real estate. The energy was completely gone. I was like, she
gone.
stopped it. And I was like, I'm not gonna ask her because I didn't want to be like, what happened to your real? Because I was like, okay, she shifted.
Yeah.
I'm like,
But
that's cool. So that's what you've been up to. I love
yeah.
it.
And
Because you
the other
notice
thing
I haven't asked you, Mom. Like,
I
hey,
know.
what's
And I'm just like, what do I tell people? Because everybody's like, oh,
you don't have
you're
to say
doing
anything.
so great, mom, and stuff. And I'm just like,
I go, nope, she shifted. I was like,
yeah, you guys don't
I didn't
even
even
know.
well, that's why I didn't even ask you because I was like, okay, she shifted
but
somewhere else.
you're
And
gonna
I didn't want to
custom you're
pressure.
gonna custom make it for people. Like you're just gonna custom. So whatever the person needs, and you're gonna custom to them. So that's what you're going to be doing moving forward.
Oh,
Right.
she's had so many lifetimes where she's done it. You were that lady that people came to your house and they had a burn and you were like, you whipped it up and you were like,
That
yeah.
came to me, Kim. I swear to God, like a couple days ago.
You've
It
had so
wasn't a
many
burn, but
lifetimes where you've done that. That's why. It's like
oh my
that's
God.
literal. I mean, you've had multiple lifetimes where you've been a medicine a witch a medicine witch woman, like multiple
Right.
lifetimes. That's why homeboy, he's definitely attached to you spiritually. It was literally like he prepared it for you. It was like, here you go.
Aww.
Yes, yes. He prepared it for the next person that was chosen for this house that would appreciate it and not rip
Yeah.
it down because the neighbors are like, oh, are you going to rip all that stuff down that he planted? I
No.
looked at her
Oh
like she
my
was out of
God.
her mind. I said, why would I do that? I was like, I bet you this is like 10 plus years worth of stuff. Like this man lived here
Yeah.
for over 50 years.
No, it was decades. It was way
Yeah.
longer.
And this was his everyday thing in the summertime and things like that. Like
I
he
can
would
tell
give
from
them,
those rose bushes.
they're like,
They were
oh God. I didn't even know they're rose bushes. Cody's like, oh my God, these are like good
when you
rose
prune,
bushes.
when you prune and you do what you need
Tell
to,
me.
that's what I don't do any of that. Like I think I barely prune my rose. That's why I get one rose and I'm like, I got a rose.
Oh.
I've
I'm like, tell me how to prune it. How do I cut it? Just tell me how do I do it?
I've been YouTubing. I had a YouTube videos because I was like, I YouTube my daisies. I was like, how to
Oh,
I
I
had to
love that.
so I YouTube videos and it showed me how to prune the daisies. So I was pulling them off.
Daisies, Kim and Caroline, daisies with the white petals and stuff, the roots and the leaves are a anti-inflammatory. If you actually you cut them up and then you let them soak, wash them and stuff, and then you grind them up into like the tea or whatever. So if you're ever feeling yucky, like daisies have the best, one of the best nutrients. Yes, it's not just for like pain and stuff like that. Like they all have like all the vitamins that we need, that we lack, like a B12. The sea moss that I'm actually getting has 87 minerals that our body needs that don't have the electrolytes, all those things. I learned all
Can't
that
get
from
down with the
Dr.
sea moss.
Sebi.
I
Isn't
see
that
sea moss
crazy?
everywhere and I'm like,
No, yeah.
I'll eat
In
broccoli.
Hawaii, that was so big. So if I didn't see it in Hawaii, I would have been like, you guys are crazy. But everything they get from there is from the sea. And the sea is the best place to get the stuff because it's naturally grown in the seawater with all the salt and the minerals. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy?
Water. Going back to water.
Water, isn't that crazy?
Water.
Well, Mom, I'm glad you're doing all the work, and then you can just give me the recipes because that's what
Yes.
I'm like.
I'm gonna
I
share them with
wish-
everybody.
Like the girl that does the yoni steam, when you went into her thing, she had all these jars with all these different herbs, and she knew what every single one did. And I was like, I wish.
That's awesome.
Like, yeah, I was like, by the time I'm 90, trust me, I'll know my herbs, my astrology, my.
Right. I've got to go, ladies. Love
Oh,
you, love you, love you.
Love you
Love
all.
you guys. Mom, give us
Bye.
those recipes.
Bye.
I love you
Yes,
guys.
I will. I'm gonna send them to you guys.
All right. Bye,
Bye.
guys.